And now on Trevor One, it's time to go live to Belgium and join Trevor Walker for Grand Prix. Good afternoon to you and welcome here to another exciting edition of Grand Prix coming you from the Spa-Francorchamps circuit here in Belgium. The summer break is over for Grand Prix racing and it returns to a track, one of the longest here in the calendar. So much history and pageantry and known for always being a fantastic circuit here in Belgium. And this promises to be another exciting Grand Prix, and thank you so much for joining us and choosing to watch it here on Trevor Sports. Lots to be made of this, and Lewis Hamilton potentially walking away with the championship. Pit crew stands ready as well, as you see the Red Bulls to the left and to the right of you, Pierre Gasly on the left and Max Verstappen on the right. There's Kimi Raikkonen of Alfa Romeo, who's sadly going to start last today. But let's show you the full list of who has qualified for the Belgium Grand Prix. And it is that Red Bull lockout with Gasly and Verstappen in first and second. In third is Hamilton and Bottas is fourth. Mercedes have the second row. Ferrari have the third row. Vettel gets ahead of Leclerc. McLaren have done really well to take seventh and eighth respectively. Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll are separated by Kevin Magnussen. George Russell and the Williams take 16th. And then we have the final positions. So when the 5 lights go out, the Belgium Grand Prix is... Oh, go! Great start here by Gasly. Verstappen's made a good start as well. Hamilton, he's lucky because of Vettel coming around the outside him, and Hamilton has made an excellent start alongside Vettel, and Vettel is pulling his head, and Hamilton and Verstappen as well. It is Red Bull. It is a fight here as they go into Eau Rouge for the first time, and Hamilton and Verstappen coming very close. Hamilton hanging on just at the last second. Bottas has got ahead there of Sebastian Vettel. Charles Leclerc is through 6th as well, and the two McLarens in 7th and 8th as well. And what a start by the two Red Bulls. Pierre Gasly and Max Verstappen have shot away, and Bottas is having a look here on the outside of Lewis Hamilton, and there's also and Vettel's got past Bottas. Vettel has got past Bottas as well. Oh, what a start, and it looks as if Bottas has just about held him off. Yes, he has, and you can see the two McLarens as well behind those two Ferraris, and there at the moment is as Hamilton looks for a way past Verstappen, and he's done it. Well done, Lewis Hamilton, and now he's got Pierre Gasly in his sights, and Hamilton just thinks about it, brakes hard as they go around the long left-hander as well. Oh, and Hamilton just about hangs on, he's gone wide. Max Verstappen might have the opportunity here as they head towards the end of the top straight as well. Oh, this is a fantastic start here by all involved as well. We're on board here with Max Verstappen, and you can see he's got Lewis Hamilton who's all over the place, who's charging at the moment as they plumb out as they make the long climb here through the series of right-handers which we have as well, and they make their way to Blanchimont, which you can take pretty much now flat out and these days. And Hamilton goes wide round Blanchimont and does well to hang on to the track as they break and they make their way here into the chicane before they go ahead and cross the line in the first lap of the Belgium Grand Prix. And there it is at the moment. Gasly leads Hamilton by 4.5 seconds. It's not close as well. It's Red Bull from Mercedes, from Red Bull, from Ferrari, from Mercedes, from Ferrari. Vettel has got past Bottas as well. And Hamilton pulling away from Verstappen as they fly for a rouge. The car's absolutely gripping here. And Hamilton will make that charge here up to Gasly as they make their way down the Kemmel straight. 190 mile an hour before braking hard and heading into Lecombe before the turn 7, 8 and 9 here. This section as well. And then they will go ahead and pick the speed back up before braking round to turn 10 in Brussels, and Hamilton running wide again, but I don't think it's been turned or has been able to hang on. Slow right hand around the end of Brussels, and Hamilton might have more space, and Hamilton's been able to get past Gasly, and he leads! Hamilton leads the Belgium Grand Prix from third to first in a lap and a half. That is something else. Absolutely incredible stop by Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. He's on a real charge now as they go through Pohon and they make their way towards turn 14 and 15 in the campus section. Well done, Lewis Hamilton. That is something else as well. Pierre Gasly in second place. Max Verstappen here in third. Oh, what a bit of racing that was by Lewis Hamilton. Able to pass Max Verstappen on the first lap. Past Gasly in the second and almost running into the tyres here. He is absolutely on the edge today, Lewis Hamilton. You don't blame him at the moment. Got an opportunity here. He's had some bad races and some good races and has the opportunity here to really make a go of this as we follow Gasly here in the Red Bull. And now this is Valtteri Bottas that has been passed by Vettel. He's got Charles Leclerc sitting all the way behind him. Hamilton leads after the second lap. Gasly is second. Hamilton has got his lead to 1.6 seconds, so it shows how quick he's going. And Verstappen is 0.8 of a second behind Gasly as well. So this race is really, really hotting up as well. It is Mercedes, it is Red Bull, it is Red Bull, it is Ferrari, it is Mercedes, and this is Charles Leclerc in sixth place through a rouge, just lifting off and popping down the clear. And the McLaren's in 7th and 8th as well. Look at that, that's a fantastic view as these cars brake heavily down the Kemmel straight into Lecombe, turn 7, 8 and 9 as well. And look at this, Charles Leclerc, and Bottas is having a look there at Vettel. Vettel struggling this weekend to find pace. There's Bottas again, he's got Charles Leclerc sitting right behind him. Vettel though looks to be holding up 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th here at the moment, so something's not got me right. This is Sebastian Vettel now. It's always promising to be rather interesting, these Grand Prix themselves. Vettel here has found a bit of pace and pulled out here. Well, now this is Charles Leclerc and Bottas locking up, heading into Stavelot here, but he's got away with it somehow. Green flags being waved by the marshals, so we're back racing again. There is Charles Leclerc. He's the Monaco man here, has been widely praised in Formula 1. He's got a more natural ability similar to that of Max Verstappen. People are saying if the future Grand Prix racing are in those two hands, it's going to be excellent. Into the chicane section as well. Unable to get a pass past Bottas as well, but Hamilton's lead is increasing lap by lap. 2.3 seconds over Pierre Gasly in the Red Bull for second place as well. Gasly has a lead of just 0.3 seconds, so Max Verstappen's made up 0.5 of a second here in that lap behind his teammate, but you don't think there'll be two shenanigans as they go into Eau Rouge here, which these cars are capable of. Now look at this. This is Verstappen easing off ever so slightly just to make sure here. The cars do lack grip when they're behind and following somebody as well, and that's why Verstappen had to lift off. And he's making a move here past Gasly as they head into Lecombe. Has he been holding off? The two here look to be side by side. It looks to be Verstappen's got back. Gasly has done well to hold the line. That is great racing between these two teammates. Verstappen just looked to have the line, but having the better drive out of the cum and getting around Brussels, though. Pierre Gasly, the Frenchman, is able to retain. Max Verstappen is almost like a home Grand Prix with Netherlands bordering Belgium. And this will be a special moment for him if he can get past his opponent. Doesn't look like anybody's catching Lewis Hamilton today. He's producing a fantastic display and is just eking out further ahead of everybody out there on the track. But this promises to be rather interesting. Bottas, I think, is holding up Charles Leclerc, and Charles Leclerc will want to find a way to pass the Finnish driver. We've heard here that there could be doubts to whether Bottas is racing for Mercedes next season. In 5th place, there is Leclerc. Vettel 4th, Verstappen 3rd, Gasly 2nd, Hamilton 1st as well. And this is the section where he's got an opportunity. He's having a little look into the inside as they brake heavily into the chicane section. This might be quite brilliant if Charles Leclerc can pull this off. They're wheel by wheel as they go through the start-finish straight as well. This is absolutely incredible racing. Bottas has just found on us drivers that Mercedes has just a little bit more in a straight line as they go round into the section, into Rouge. Don't tell me they're going to be wheel to wheel as these two cars head into Rouge. It looks like Leclerc has been able to pull away and has got ahead of Bottas as Hamilton goes and produces the fastest lap of the race. But the best bit of racing has come from Charles Leclerc. Wheel to wheel here with Bottas and gets ahead of him and sneaks ahead through to Rouge DRS, and that'll allow him to pull away. That was something extraordinary. Vettel here is now breathing down the back of Max Verstappen. Yeah, Gasly now just seems to be keeping his teammates at bay at the moment. Lewis Hamilton producing the fastest lap of the race so far. This is Max Verstappen in 3rd place in the Red Bull. He's got his teammate ahead of him. He's got the 4-times world champion behind him. Supposed to have been Ferrari's year in testing, they were outstanding, but when it comes to race pace, seems to have lost a little bit for the Red Bulls at the moment, particularly that of Max Verstappen. They've been able to really develop themselves this year, and Max Verstappen will definitely want to get past where he can his teammate as quickly and as possible as they make the drive towards turn 15 on Stavelot as the cars fly through before they end into the long sleeping right-hander turn 16 of Courbe Paul Ferrer. It is still Gasly here though, leading. Now comes the flat-out corner of Bonchemont, the famous one, as they break here into the chicane. Gasly still has 2nd place, but it is no more than fractions of a second between the two Red Bulls, the two Ferraris, and the Mercedes as well. Hamilton's lead now has stretched to 10 seconds. He is absolutely flying, and we're on board with Hamilton as he shoots for a Rouge. Look at this! Just lifting off ever so slightly. Gasly and Verstappen is 4/10 of a second. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:55.9 for Lewis Hamilton. He is flying out there. Here is your man in 2nd place. Pierre Gasly, the Frenchman here for Red Bull. May not be driving for them for too much longer. Talk about Albon potentially having that race as he hangs on as we go through Le Cum. You can see here as well that Gasly is definitely holding up now, not only his teammates but the two Ferraris. Charles Leclerc has been able to get behind the back. It doesn't look like the two of them can pass, so will this be a bit of pit stop strategy or will this be a bit of old-fashioned racing? We've seen Charles Leclerc has got the ability to do so as he's gone wheel to wheel with Valtteri Bottas to get past him here. We're halfway through the Belgium Grand Prix of 2019. Lewis Hamilton on course for maximum points. This is he again. He's charging once again, and obviously Lewis wants to build up a lead pit and still be miles ahead. He's gone slightly wide and hung onto the car there though, so that shows you just how hard Lewis Hamilton is pushing at the moment. Two Red Bulls, two Ferraris, Mercedes as well. Gasly has the lead over Verstappen, over Vettel, over Charles Leclerc as well. These four have put in an excellent race here for second place, and it's been like this the majority of it. There's not going to be a lot in this, I can assure you of that. Well, through to complete the 7th lap of 11 here in this Belgium Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton's lead is 10.5 seconds as well, so when we saw Hamilton going wide, that held him back as well. Gasly's lead is now over Leclerc, so into the pits there is Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen, a change here of strategy. Sebastian Vettel in the pits as well, so this might be a key moment. Yeah, Gasly, no, he's got to go and deliver. Drops a gear and slows slightly through Eau Rouge as they head down the Kimmel Straight towards Le Cum. This is Gasly, this is Hamilton though. He's got to be going deep into the race here on these tyres. He's on the medium compound at the moment, so everybody else moving to medium as the race goes on. So it'll be, obviously Lewis has got this car and it's singing to him and he wants to keep it out and deliver these quick laps, and he's on a very quick lap as well. That's the fastest first sector of the race that Lewis Hamilton has been through at the moment. I wonder if this could be on for another fastest lap wide again as they fly. And Lewis Hamilton is absolutely going for this through campus, and he'll drift off to head right through Stavelot and then right again through turn 16, and just about hangs on, use every inch of the track that he can. Then Lewis Hamilton flat out here to turn 17 and 18. Blanchimont, as it's known as, another famous corner, and there is no lift at all by Hamilton. These cars so quick at the moment, up to 190 mile an hour before he brakes, and then he's into the chicane over at the start finish straight. Is this a fastest lap? It's going to be quick. It is 1:55.3. That's really well done by Lewis, and that's just what he'll need. Pit stop opportunity for Pierre Gasly, the number 10. Red Bull as well, followed in by Charles Leclerc. So here is the key moment for both these races. Bottas is staying out and moves into second place, but can Gasly come out ahead of his teammate? Can Leclerc get ahead of Sebastian Vettel? Vettel's times haven't been brilliant today as well, so this is it. This is the key moment. We're down the straight as well as we follow the moments as well. This is Verstappen, and Gasly's headed for Verstappen. Gasly's done it as well, but look at this. Leclerc's got ahead of Vettel to the pit stop. Hasn't worked for one Red Bull, it has worked for the other Ferrari as well. Into fourth place goes Charles Leclerc, but Max Verstappen hasn't been able to gain the pace and get past Pierre Gasly. So the pit stop routine hasn't worked here. Oh, this is something else entirely. This is Charles Leclerc again as they head through Le Combe. This is opportunity, braking hard, 40 mile an hour. Verstappen currently in fourth place at the moment. Valtteri Bottas is second. Hamilton is first. Bottas has to pit. Hamilton has to pit as well. So this is going to be incredibly interesting. But has Max Verstappen though? He's got a lap more. He's got a slightly warmer set of tyres, a slightly warmer set of brakes. Does he have enough to finally get past? They're through Blanchimont and they're heading towards the chicane section very shortly. This is going to be so close, but look at Charles Leclerc, absolutely steaming as well, doing a wonderful job, and Vettel really is dropping out, so he must have a problem. Yeah, Gasly remains in third place and definitely has the opportunity to drive away. He's been holding them up, but Vettel here seems to have a problem in fifth place. And Leclerc having a little look! Leclerc having a little look, and Max Verstappen shuts the door as they fly through Blanchimont here. Braking hard from 190 mile an hour into the chicane setting. Hamilton first, Bottas is second. Hamilton with 20-second lead over Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas has 10 seconds over Gasly, Verstappen, Leclerc and Vettel. So if Bottas was to pit, I believe that would put him down into sixth place and bump everybody from third onwards up a place as well. This is Pierre Gasly, and we're going to follow him best we can through Eau Rouge here. 7th gear on the limiter. And Verstappen here, though, now DRS will be enabled. The DRS zone is taken ahead through the Commonwealth Straight. Can he outbrake his teammates into Leclerc? And Leclerc's having a look as well. This is going to be so close. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. No, it's still not. It's still not. It's still, yes! That's it. Verstappen here is past his teammate and is cruising to 3rd place. Max Verstappen, well done. That is an excellent bit of motor racing. DRS breaking his opponents and getting through Lecombe and going ahead. Oh, excellent. Well, here's Lewis Hamilton, who has had a relatively untroubled Grand Prix. Qualified 3rd by a lap and a half into the race. He'd passed Verstappen heading through turn 10 and has led comfortably. But now he's got to manage these tyres and make his way into pit. It has been a very fascinating Grand Prix. There's been lots of wheel-to-wheel action. Leclerc going wheel-to-wheel through Bottas, flying through a position right through Blanchimont, was absolutely outstanding as Lewis Hamilton heads into the chicane section. And Hamilton here is into the pits. And I think Bottas will be following him in here. Yep, 2 sets of tyres out, so double pit stop. I think Hamilton has just enough lead here to pull this off, but I think Lewis is going to step away here into this section as well. Pit stop is being made, tyres are coming off as well. Hamilton comes in. It was a slow stop, 8.3 seconds, but it's work for Hamilton, who now marches out. Pit crew standing ready. Lewis Hamilton going away here. Well, it's been a great Grand Prix so far as we look at Valtteri Bottas rejoining the race here in 7th place. It's not been his day, but we now have 2 Red Bulls, and I think Gasly was trying to have a look here at Verstappen. Verstappen doing well here. We'll find out. I'm looking at the timing board here in our commentary box, and I can't see that Gasly has got ahead, so our Belgian producers wanting to show us Hamilton 31-second lead over Max Verstappen in 2nd place as well. Lewis Hamilton just has to manage this car. I wonder if he is, because that was the slowest first sector Hamilton's put in a while here in this race. So quick these vehicles are, and Spa-Francorchamps has always been a classical circuit as well. It's become one of the staples, along with Monaco, along with Silverstone. It's one of those famous ones that's managed to keep its relative shape. You've seen massive changes to the likes of Hockenheim and such over the years, and the Canadian Grand Prix as well, the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. But Hamilton here has been outstanding again today. Flat out, no surprise there through Blanchimont. Hangs on and through the chicane section. And Lewis Hamilton will be very pleased with himself as he comes over to complete what will now be his final lap of the Belgium Grand Prix. He's definitely taking it slowly. Lewis has just got to manage the tyres, manage the brakes, hit your apex. Where's my entry point? Where's the exit point? What speed? What gear? Just keep it going for one more lap. You can see from here as well, easing off through Eau Rouge, keeping the car as best as he can on the tarmac and pulling away down the Kimmel Straight. Will still go absolutely flat out. These cars don't like being driven any other way. First place could be heading for another championship here for Lewis Hamilton. He's been outstanding when challenged. The way that he was past Verstappen and Pierre Gasly to make his way to the lead was absolutely incredible. He's going to miss out on the Grand Slam. He hasn't led every lap, hasn't qualified first, but he's got the fastest lap and no one's been able to challenge that today. He's also got the lead and 25 more valuable World Championship points. Well, when you think Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel in 6th and 5th respectively, it's the perfect Grand Prix for Hamilton to extend his lead. Always comes good this time of year. It's after the summer break, after he's recharged. We always get the best of Lewis Hamilton, maybe apart from the British Grand Prix. It's the part that Lewis seems to raise his game for, and British Grand Prix this year with an epic Wimbledon final and an epic Cricket World Cup final might have felt undershadowed, but I can assure you today, nothing's undershadowing his performance that has been absolutely outstanding as well. And Lewis Hamilton comes in for the final time. He goes slightly wide, but it really won't matter because your winner of the Belgium Grand Prix is Lewis Hamilton. That is outstanding. A winner, a fantastic performance by this Englishman who is setting Formula One alight. Well done. Oh, Tito Wolff is absolutely delighted with his man and his team. Lewis Hamilton does it again. He's a winner. It's born and bred for him. A champion again. Max Verstappen takes second place and Pierre Gasly here gets through in third. All those mechanics acknowledging the hard work that they've done as well. It has been an excellent performance. Kevin Magnussen getting the final point here. But there is Lewis Hamilton. All the applaudits. Mercedes sandwiched between two Red Bulls on the podium. And Lewis Hamilton deserving all the credit for an excellent Grand Prix. Celebrations can begin and they're fully deserved as well. Credit for Max Verstappen. A great race by him, and Pierre Gasly fighting for his place in the Red Bull. A third place will be seen as a real improvement for him. But for Lewis, it's victory. There's confirmation of how things finished today. Lewis Hamilton with 26 points. He got the fastest lap and he got 25 points for finishing first. Well done for him as well. Excellent. Fastest lap of 1:55.378. No one could get near that in the race as well. Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly taking second and first of the two Red Bulls. The two Ferraris getting fourth and fifth. Sebastian Vettel really dropping away from his partner, but catching Tousian Bottas getting fourth on the grid and coming sixth as well. His pit stop strategy did not work for him. Lando Norris with an incredibly well performing and respectable performance from McLaren taking seventh. Grosjean, Hulkenberg and Magnussen taking out the eighth. Lance Stroll with the Racing Point car was the only car not to finish as well. George Russell and the Williams finish 16th. Well, it was an absolutely excellent Grand Prix. We all thank you so much for joining us here on Trevor Sports. And we move on to the next round with Lewis Hamilton, a winner once again. Bye-bye.